Working in China is described as heaven. China is known for being a laid-back country in the way they deal with everyone they come in contact with, especially in business dealings. On the other hand, Americans tend to be very loud and very pushy when it comes to making deals. Caring friendships are a priority to the Chinese. Chinese believe in a work-life balance. Work relationships are cultivated and valued over individualism. The Chinese believe in social networking within their chosen careers and in their lives. Relationships come first, then trust and business will eventually follow. This process usually takes a long time to cultivate, which is contrary to how Americans do business. Personal life versus professional life. Chinese take pride in taking time to get to know anyone they come into contact with, especially within a business deal, otherwise it's seen as a sign of disrespect. In America, personal and professional lives are two separate things and should not overlap with each other. Colleagues may occasionally go out on office-sponsored functions or office parties to break the ice or get to know their coworkers on a personal level. But go outside these gatherings, many of them don't necessarily socialize or want to socialize with each other. In China, the guanzi, or relationship, would again play a big role in their personal and professional lives. They are expected to personally know those whom they are working with to foster a genuine trust among them. Expect your managers or bosses to ask a lot about your personal life via the gold star. Authority and hierarchy. The person with the highest position has the final say in decision making. Those below accept their place in the hierarchy and are expected to listen and obey without question. Americans, on the other hand, have greater fluidity between parents and their children, managers and employees, and even among siblings. Decisions are usually made together, and it is fairly common to see managers and employees undergo heated debates before coming up with a final decision. The Chinese believe in humility and keeping success more to themselves than being pride and boastful about themselves. Self-promotion versus humility. China, individuals are expected to treat each other well and show humility when discussing success. Sometimes to avoid humiliating the second person, they would rather not discuss them at all. Self-promotion is generally frowned upon by the Chinese people. Contrary to the US, bragging is acceptable and may even be considered a norm. Americans are comfortable to openly discuss success. Some may even consider humility a sign of weakness rather than a virtue. This culture is believed to encourage individuals to be more ambitious, and they use it to drive individuals to succeed. They also put a focus on being different and making a difference over personal success. Chinese believe in taking their time in completing work. Work is done when it is completed, not on a time schedule. The Chinese can be slow decision makers, preferring to foster relationships before plunging into anything. Deadlines may only be met when the time is right and the project is considered complete. Americans can find this attitude to punctuality frustrating and time-wasting. In Chinese companies, information is shared on a need-to-know basis, rarely filtering down from the top, while American corporate culture is generally much more open, with considerable effort being made to embrace transparency. The Chinese harbor a collectivism attitude where it can benefit the team as a whole, then everyone has won. Collectivism versus individualism. Americans put strong emphasis on individuality and autonomy. One person's goals and motives are more prioritized over collective ones, which the opposite is true for the Chinese culture that believes in collectivism. Chinese people base their decisions on how they will be perceived by those around them. They will first consider how their decisions will affect their family, colleagues, and friends. According to the American International Education Foundation, the AIEF, Chinese people think of themselves in a collective manner. More often than not, decisions are commonly made for the greater good as opposed to personal gain. Chinese people will avoid confrontation wherever possible with a view to save face and downplay achievements so to not be boastful. The Chinese believe in a balanced view when it comes to their work-life living. They foster relationships out of respect and believe in keeping in touch and caring for the people they have met, even if it was only a business dealing.